I was gonna wait till tomorrow to post this, but he got me excited to post it now. My man over here in the comments, and that will be comments over here. Red Trek. Red Trek says, I find it hard. I just responded to it 2 seconds ago. It was a little longer than that, but I find it hard to put a ton of blame on FIU because they simply don't have the credentials of FIG, MCM, or other specialists. So I'm going to give you some credentials again. I'll help you understand it, Red Trek, but nevertheless, let's read on. FIU shelled out millions in contracts so that experienced professionals would make good decisions. All right, so let me give you a different spin on this, Red, is that FIU took millions in contract of our governmental money, our tax-paying money. They lobbied, if you follow the beginning part of my video, to take this money to build a private bridge that's supposed to be part of the public, partially. And I never figured that out, who was going to police this bridge. FIU, which is the school, and what happens when you come on there as a private citizen. Does FIU, the school, say you're trespassing, you don't have a right to be here? I always had that as an issue. How they were going to take the public money and all of a sudden just wash totally into private, apparently, or somehow. Let's talk about that, just touch more. And that FIU, you have a little sympathy for them because of money lost, apparently. Well, the money lost is the taxpayers' money. It's not their money. It's always taxpayers' money, right? So FDOT, on the other hand, plus they get millions of dollars in contracts from the federal government with their military contracts too. If you look them up, they do a ton of lobbying. FDOT, FIU is nothing to feel sorry for, and I don't know if you're quite saying if that's what you're implying. But you said they shelled out millions of dollars in contracts so the experienced professionals would make good decisions. Well, they are the zoning authority, Red. That means they do the permits. They're the ones that can stop the. You can't have them double dipping. You can't make them the victim when they are the ones that are supposed to protect the public. That's their job, Red, as the inspecting authority. It's not to. And if you find that's not their job in that position, in that job dealing with that, well, they needed to exclude themselves from it and have another authority become the zoning authority. That's not the position they took. They were the authority, which I showed in the videos previously. Let's go on a little bit more, Red. You say FDOT, on the other hand, was very negligent and that they wanted to wash their hands of safety responsibilities, which is just crazy. Just within any dot, just decide public safety on busy highway wasn't their job. Okay. This is why it makes me have to do the video now, Red, because this is where I was going with this. Tomorrow I was going to post a video, but now I'm posting it now. We're looking at the OSHA report, 7 here. MCM, the design build contractor. Well, it's MCM and FIG, incidentally. So MCM, the design build contractor, deferred to the decision of ER, engineer of record, and failed to exercise its own independent professional judgment as a constructor of the bridge to close the traffic on Southwest 8th Street. Let's just stop right there. This should be not reading them. It should be FIU as the zoning authority and the public safety official should have stopped it. Then they could have reached on to 2 other people that represented FIU. They could have stuck in here. FDOT could have stopped it. But I can tell you 100% MCM does not have the authority to close the road. And yet we're looking at a federal document stating that MCM has the authority to close the road. Now, safety reasons, you could probably, quickly do it just then as you know that there's a hazard, It's not really authority, you're just protecting people. So, as the bridge has already collapsed, mind you. You just don't have the authority to close the road as a contractor. You need authority to do that. You don't have it. It's not part of some unwritten authority. It's not part of some secret authority anywhere when you're signing contracts. I can't think of a single contract that says that you now have the authority to close the road, etc. No, we know that FDOT had to give authority to close the road, for example, to the contractor. This is a slap in the face to they're American people at this point. Because if you believe this, then you've just been bedazzled again. You've been bedazzled. This should be reading, the FIU should have exercised its own independent authority, not professional judgment. You don't have an authority based on professional judgment to close the road. That's just doesn't exist. All right, you have authority. Your professional judgment could say, "Hey, VSL, don't do that work. I'm just going to go ahead and be sued now. Don't go up on that bridge. Don't listen to the engineers. Don't listen. That's just not going to happen." So, this MCM obviously attacked the OSHA person somehow. You know what I talk about, attack. Everything's considered attack, and this is the counterattack. Clearly, FIU and OSHA and FDOT was told by OSHA was told by someone that FIU and FDOT, you will stay clear of them and you report attacking them in the public. All right, so this statement here is just unfounded, and it's unfounded. MC had extensive construction experience in concrete construction and had intimate knowledge of the magnitude of cracks which were growing in this size daily. Okay, MCM. FIU had intimate knowledge. FDOT had intimate knowledge before the collapse, mind you, not the days before. I'm going to say FDOT, but clearly FIU did because their representative was there. And that's the CEI, Bolton Perez. I think I keep calling him Pertz, whatever. Perez, CEI, same thing as FIU. Same thing. If you look at the contract, it makes it clear that they will have the same authority, but at no time could they, and they would be equal with FIU. At no time could they, not exercise that authority. They always had the authority to shut down. They represented the building department of FIU. Okay, so this is just my trigger today that I'm sharing with you, my counter of the OSHA report, and you guys, you got to let data fall where it falls. This is clearly designed to give you data that directs you in one direction and away from FIU and FDOT being responsible for not closing down the road. Clearly, this is not MCM's position or authority to close down any road, but it was FIU and FDOT's. Thank you for listening. I love you all.